Oh, welcome to another episode of Office Hours for January 22nd, 2026, where we're going to be bringing you the insider's tips to insiders, just making sure that you know it all. And then kind of picture this. See, maybe you've seen the movie Jerry Maguire. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a good movie. It still holds up. I just watched it with my kids this past summer. And Jerry Maguire is standing there with Cuba Gooding Jr., and he's trying to make sure and helping Cuba Gooding Jr. understand that he wants to help him. And he's like, you don't understand. Help me help you. Help me help you. And Cuba's like, you know what? He starts laughing. He says, help me help me. Help me help me. Well, that's what we're going to do today, but we're not going to do it just with myself because I can't help you and you don't want me to help. I'm going to help you, and help me help you, and help me with two of our best people here at PayProTec on the left hand or the center square wearing Cubs quarter zip. So, I mean, it's a quarter zip. I don't know if those are still cool. I think those stopped being cool in December. Sorry, Mike, but I still own a whole wardrobe.
That was December. I mean, what happened in December?
That was it was the cool kids. We're wearing the high school cool kids. We're wearing quarter zips, but I think that's done already because that only lasts for 3-week increments. Mr. Mike Stetzel. Mike, how are you? And how excited are you that we have a new third baseman in the Chicago Cubs?
Oh, win one, we lose one, but it is very exciting, I think. And I still think it's going to hopefully leave an opportunity for Matt Shaw somewhere because he's just a good dude and a good guy to have around the clubhouse, I think, as well.
Well, hopefully. I was just glad, that the Cubs were making some moves. And part of that is making some moves on office hours. And Jenny couldn't be with us this week. So we thought, let's bring in some of our relationship managers that are interacting and engaging and empowering our partners every day. Jen Sales, how are you? How is Warsaw, Indiana? Usually, a lot of times I get to say, 2 hours north, which is what you guys are. But now you and Mike are, usually it's Glenwood Springs. Now I've got two people from the Warsaw area. How are you, Jen?
Yeah, I'm doing great this morning. It's cold, but other than that, just hanging in there, enjoying winter.
It is cold. All right. For about, I think 80% of the United States has, what are they calling this? Winter storm Fern. But I think this is one of the weird ones because it's coming up from the south. Like Indianapolis is more in the chance of getting more snow than you guys are, which is unusual usual. Usually you guys get a lot more snow than I do 2 hours south of here.
Great.
We'll see. Who knows? I told my kids this morning and last night, I was like, last night we went to bed and they were predicting 1 to 3 inches on my weather app. And this morning it was 1 to 7, but there was one model that was showing 18 to 24. I'm like, I'm not even going to start thinking about it. And what I did something to tell me if you guys think this is going to work. I bought a snowblower. So that means we're not going to get a snow. That's what I think is going to happen. So I want all those in Indianapolis, you just need to thank me. I've put off buying a snowblower. I couldn't deal with 18 inches of snow. It would break my back. And so I bought a snowblower. It's going to be delivered this afternoon. So we're probably not going to get snow this weekend. So
I love the 1 to 7. Okay. 1 to 7. Yes, now 18. Really?
Yeah, I have a meteorologist friend, and that's called clickbait, he says.
Yes. It is somewhat like, and the new thing I heard about this time, which I remember hearing about this before, the exploding trees. Have you guys seen this? There's exploding tree risk in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I'd never heard this before, because it's going to be such a rapid cold coming in, and the trees will just explode. Well, all right.
I've never heard of that, and we've had much colder days than what we're about to have.
Iguanas in Florida will happen, I'm sure.
Is
that what they call it? Falling iguanas, something like that? It's weird.
And I was just talking to a couple of our partners in Texas, and they're expecting ice and hopefully everybody hunker in, be safe, don't be stupid. And hey, that's kind of a general rule in all of payments. Don't be stupid. Don't do stupid things. Ask good questions. So Jen's here. She's got a list. We're going to kind of banter of some things that would be very helpful for our partners to know. And so Jen, I'm going to kind of let you kind of guide us as we walk through this. What are some of the first tips that you would give our partners that would be really helpful for them to make their life easier?
Yeah. So the new thing is the Payments Hub and all the changes that are happening with the Payments Hub. A lot of people are using it for invoicing, reoccurring invoicing. Just a lot more things are added to the Payments Hub as we're coming into 2026. So one of the things that I want to share with all of you is on the Payments Hub, before you log in, either as a partner or a merchant, there's a little tab over to the right-hand side as you're looking at your screen. That little tab says Need Help. If you click on that little tab, in that section is everything that you need to know how to manage Payments Hub as a merchant. So today I had a phone call on how to do a refund in the Payments Hub on a virtual terminal. I instructed him to go to that Need Help, put in refund. Up came the instructions on how to run that refund. He was so excited. So you call in and you ask us, and we are always here to help you. We will answer any question you have to guide you through the Payments Hub, but that is where we all go to answer your question. So again, Payments Hub, before you log in, to the right is a little button that says Need Help. Everything you need to know how to do the Payments Hub as a merchant is in that little button.
That is really good advice. I mean, and Mike, you were going to say something. I mean, a lot of times the help that we want to give is the help that, you know, you can just cut out the middleman. We're going to tell you what we're doing, and you can be a lot faster at it and just do it yourself. Mike, what were you going to say?
Well, and that's it. I mean, this thing literally makes me so excited, and I've learned to remember it now. Thank you to Jen and Pam over the months reminding me, or Mike Thomas. But I have found very, very, very little that I can't find in there by typing in ACH, or I can type in, you know, whatever term I want, and it finds what I need. It is a beautiful section. You can then, you know, send a link to somebody with that section. I cannot second your vote for this enough, Jen. We forget it because it's just a little small thing off to the right.
Mm-hmm. It's so easy to forget because it's a little tiny box. You guys, it's like this little, but it's over there, and it has it has all the answers in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like calling support, only quicker.
I love it, and
yeah.
And it's probably so. Man, I'm even thinking some of the things because we watch our chat bot answer a lot of questions on just people who come to PayProTec.com. Usually those are merchants. They're not going to call in, but we need to make sure even pointing to that and doing a direct link. Can you get over to Payments Hub and doing that? All right. Next tip, Jen. What would be the next one for us?
Okay. Next tip is, so I've had this question a lot lately. So all of you have 2 IDs. Some of you have 3 IDs. And I get the question of, so I'm going to do the Edge, and what terminals will give me free placement? Or I'm going to do Interchange Plus, what terminals are going to give me free placement? So the free placement comes from your partner ID that is 50-50 split. It doesn't matter what pricing you use, and it doesn't matter what terminal you use. All the terminals will be free placement if you use your 50-50 split. So it doesn't. So the bonus is connected to the 50-50 split ID. So just know that no matter what you use, you're going to get a bonus and a true up if you use your 50-50 split. Mike, you got anything to add to that?
No, I like the way you cut it down. You know, I think we keep our little deja vu and valor corner over here because that will add some qualifications. But anything that we deploy normally, and you pay anywhere terminal, the DES 2600, the Move 5000, those are the things she's saying. Remember, use your lower split that gets you the bonus. That's how you get free equipment every time.
Yes. So doesn't matter the pricing. And there's a bunch of you out there that are new, and that's mostly who this is going to. But there's also some of our ones that have been around a long time, and they get a little confused with that. Edge is just a pricing. It's just a platform that does the cash discount program, the flat rate program, and then you have Interchange Plus. That never matters as long as you're using the 50-50 split to get your bonus and free placements. Oh, Hopefully that
Yes.
is slow and easy, and you guys understand that. But again, we're here to help you. If you, forget and you're out on the road and you're like, which one do I use? We're here. But yeah, that's a big one. That causes some confusion sometimes on how to get that bonus and that free equipment.
Well, and one of the things I always say to our partners is, we will answer your question as many times as you need it, but hopefully eventually you'll remember and write it down, try to do those things, and remembering which ones get your free placements. Because what we hate is when you get something unexpected. You put it on the wrong ID, it didn't become a free placement, it got billed to you because you didn't pay attention, you got it billed to yourself, or worse yet, you billed to the merchant and they suddenly had an ACH for X amount of dollars taken out before they, in a total out of expectation. We don't want those things to happen. We want it all to go smoothly. So help us help you. Jen's going to continue to do that. Jen, what's your next tip?
Okay, the next one is Pay Anywhere. Okay, a lot of you use the Pay Anywhere equipment, send it off to your merchants, and then it's our team over at North or EPX will train the merchant, but they have a YouTube channel. So Pay Anywhere, go to YouTube, type in Pay Anywhere, and there are videos, there are marketing pieces. All of that is under their YouTube channel. It's a great place to go. It's a great place to learn everything about the Pay Anywhere units and how they work. Then you can also go to payanywhere.com, and there's a little tab at the top says support. You click on that. You can also get all your answers to how Pay Anywhere does something. So if you want to do inventory, you would type in inventory, and up comes all the instructions to put your inventory in. Let's say you want to run tips. It tells you how to log into settings and run your tips, how to set your tips up. It's all there. So between Pay Anywhere on YouTube and payanywhere.com under support, it has all the tools you need to understand that Pay Anywhere unit. Also, any of you can load the Pay Anywhere app on your phone. Anybody can. And you can go into test drive, go to payanywhere.com, go to support, learn things by using the test drive on the Pay Anywhere app. And it will just change your world to how to explain how to use those units. Because remember, the app is the same across the board. Okay, guys, so it is on the A920, the E700, your phone, the tablet. It's all the same. It's just put on a different device.
Yeah, again, man, you are killing this because, again, Pay Anywhere, that support section is unbelievable. First off, you go to support, the first thing you're going to see there is first time login instructions. You literally click that, and it's going to walk you through the process that a customer support or partner or merchant activations team member would do. And once you do that a couple times, it really becomes very easy because remember, we're setting up an Android device, is what we're doing. It's an app on an Android device. That's what we're doing with the PAX terminals. So, one quick thing, Jen mentioned a team that we have, and they'll make outbound calls to our merchants just to make sure they've been taught how to use their machine. They are also able to be reached. So you're setting up your first account that's Pay Anywhere, and you just want a little help. Call the activations team. If you don't get this, let one of us know. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. It's 888-579-4787. And the way I describe this is these are our probably our upper level customer support people, so they can handle anything that's thrown at them. I have a Desk 35, I have a Desk 2600, I have a Pay Anywhere smart terminal, I have this, I have this. They know how to set all those up. And so you say, I'm at my merchant's location right now, I'm ready to set this up. Could you walk me through it the first time if you're not comfortable doing it yourself or doing it with the Pay Anywhere support section tips? It's the activations team is a great tool that I don't think that we talk about enough, and they'll be very helpful to you to get that first setup done.
Yes.
One of
Awesome.
one of the things we often tell our partners too, not only can you get the Pay Anywhere app for free, at some point, as you grow your portfolio, it's worth the little amount of money that it would cost you to have a live account. And that's if whether you're selling Pay Anywhere or Valor or Deja Vu. I watch our partners who are the most successful at sales who walk into the door and have a live piece of equipment that's working, and they can actually show the tools and tips, and even paying for the elite access for Pay Anywhere to be able to send the recurring and show them all the tips and tools. You can show them on the videos, but even better yet, if you can do some of those demos and show exactly how it works, it's going to add to your sales process. I realize when you're just starting out, you don't want to lose money before you make money. So we'll show you the money, start with it. There are a lot of free ways to do this, but sometimes when it's easier, it's worth that investment in yourself. You're going to make more money because you invested in a live merchant account that you're able to demo off of and actually show the merchant what it looks like from a merchant's view 100%. Now, there are lots of ways to get around that and use that. What else do we have? What's our next?
All right, the next one is
yours. So to
ahead.
pair with yours, Nate, get that live Pay Anywhere account and carry around a Pay Anywhere smart terminal. That has sold deals, I'm told, by several different agents because you have right there, like, damn, that's cool, or sexy, as Danny said years ago. But I can't let it go now. He did. He said, "Man, these are sexy."
All right,
Sexy
so the next
packs.
one I want to talk to is Deja Vu and Valor. So we have all the Pay Anywhere equipment, which you guys are used to, and we have the Dust 2600s now, the Move 5000s, but we also offer Deja Vu and Valor equipment. So we have Ethernet, we have Wi-Fi, we have wireless, and we're always getting new. We don't have the date when the next batch is coming, but they're really great terminals, you guys, and we here build them and we ship them out of my office here in Indiana. So we're very hands-on with those. I think they're missed a lot. The free placement is on them as long as you're doing the Edge program at 3.5% and your merchant is running $10,000 a month in processing. They can go under a free placement for the 2 units that are Ethernet and Wi-Fi. But if they're not running that amount, you can pay a small rental fee on them. Some are $14.95, some are $19.95 a month. But they're really great terminals, and I think sometimes we forget about talking about them or pushing them a little bit more. Those have different paperwork. So I want to just speak on that for a minute. So you will place your enrollment app. It will go to the merchant. They'll sign it. It will come in, go to underwriting. It's approved. But you wanted a Valor or a Deja Vu. So there are 2 pieces of paper. They're the setup forms, and those have to be filled out and emailed back into us in order for those terminals to get shipped. That gets missed all the time. So we get a phone call, where's my terminal, hasn't shipped, and you were not aware that there was a separate piece of paper that has to be done. So call into our team when you have a Valor app or a Deja Vu app and immediately ask us for that setup form so we can get it over to you. And then you can get that filled out and send that back in, and it goes to our apps at PayProTec.com. So that is just something that I know that gets missed all the time, and equipment is delayed. So just remember, Valor and Deja Vu have a separate form that has to be handwritten or typed on and sent back over to us.
It's a good point. Those terminals, as the longer they're out, you see they become favorites of agents. Oh, I hate the Deja Vu. Oh, I love Valor though, and vice versa from the next guy. But they are something that they specialize in dual pricing. They were our original cash discount terminals. Deja Vu was, and Valor and Deja Vu are original dual pricing terminals, and so they're truly a nice little niche product. And as Jen said, they ship from our office. That we do have an electronic way to do that form too at terminalorder.com. Sometimes people like that, but a lot of times I think we see a lot of the paper forms still, filled out.
Yep. Okay.
Man.
I think Valor and Deja Vu are going to become more and more popular as you're trying to differentiate yourself in the industry, and they're
Yes.
especially now very soon. We don't know exactly when. We're not going to give any date because I've given dates before and they aren't all, they're not right. So we're not going to do that. But I am very excited. I believe it's the P18. I've seen that's just a couple doors down from Jen. There are test units of them, and they're very, very cool devices. So we can't wait to see some of these P-Line and some of the things with Deja Vu.
Yes.
Basically, it opens up all of Deja Vu and all of Valor. And we have partners who only sell VP800s.
Yep.
We have partners that only sell, and they just choose a niche of a different, that's not the Ingenico or not the Painyware Smart Terminal or not this, any of the, which are really PAX A920s or things. And I think that's a great thing to do and a great tip. All right. How many more do we have left, Jen?
Okay, 2 more. The next one is, myPayProTec.com. All right. If you don't know about this site, you have to go there. Say, myPayProTec.com is everything you need to know about PayProTec. So all the equipment, all the POS systems, all of our paperwork, all of our paperwork that merchants might need or partners might need, training videos on how to put an application in. You guys, take some time this weekend when you're snowed in and it's too cold, go to mypayprotec.com and start snooping around in there. Go into the search button, go to the side where all the tabs are, and just really start looking around. All of our paper apps are in there. The setup forms for the Deja Vu that I just talked about, they're in there. You guys, it is a great place to go. And so many times I just think that we don't think about going there because it is easy to call in. Of course, you guys are all on the road, and that's where we want you to be, is out on the road selling, because that's why we're here, to help you get the quick answers. But yeah, on the weekends or things, or when you have downtime, just check that site out. It really has great information, and I think we're even putting like these videos in there so you can go back and watch these videos. It's a great site, guys. So don't forget about mypayprotec.com.
And I have a tutorial coming out on how to use mypapertech.com. And I think we'll put this video out last week. I just recorded it and I'm putting a couple edits to it. But how to actually use all those resources and create a person that you can talk to. This is my little time, but where you're just able to click to your Gemini and whatever, and I did Gemini and ChatGPT. Those are the ubiquitous ones that a lot of people are using, where you can just talk and it'll take and find the answers on all the stuff. So if you're on the road, you can call Jen, call Pamela. They'll take care of you. We're never going to stop answering the phone. We just want to help you faster sometimes. And being able to find all that stuff on mypapertech.com or be on the road and be able to answer a quick question just by asking something that's only trained on our information. That's what we're going to try to do, and makes things really, really easy for you. Again, we'll always answer the phone. I don't want to ever be a company that doesn't have real people that are taking care of.
Amen.
Yep.
So
you're muted. Okay, there you are.
We want to serve you really, really fast is my last words. I'm playing with some feedback on this new equipment that I have, so I'm working on it. It's a learning curve all the time. Mike, anything to add before our last tip from Jen?
I don't think so. I mean, I think to add on to your video thing, right now, in all of our shows that we do live, our broadcast on our MyPayProTec YouTube channel, and they're all there. I mean, some of these go way back to COVID when we first started High Five, which I feel is having a resurrection lately, which is exciting. Office Hours is there. All of our live shows are there, and they're grouped by show. You can search it. So if there's something specifically you're looking for, you can search. Otherwise, hit one and tell it to play next. Continue. Watch it all day.
Yes, for sure. They're all there.
We have to shout out Kevin Lashley there, because he does love Valor terminals.
Yep.
And uses a lot of them.
He is one of our top Valor sales. I mean, I happen to know he has, Eric's the CEO of Valor's personal cell phone number, and there are lots of our partners that do not have that. And probably should not have that. So we're not giving it out.
My
But if you
goodness.
sell enough of them, you get that information. All right, last tip. These have been great, Jen. Thank you so much for putting these
Thank
together.
you.
These are things that we want. I can picture Tom Cruise. You're Tom Cruise saying to all of our partners, "Help us, help you, help us, help you." And what's our last helpful tip to help our
Okay.
partners?
So the last one is the whole reason why you guys sell, right? For money, right? Your residuals, your bonuses, your true ups, all the things, right? That's what we're working for. So the last tip of the day is these dates. So the 15th of every month is when you get your residuals in your bank account. If the 15th runs on a Saturday, you're going to get it on Friday. If the 15th runs on a Sunday, you're going to get it on Monday. Now we have bonuses. Bonuses will come in 2 days after the first batch of over $300. I think it's like 2 days after. Sometimes it's the
2
next
business
day,
days.
but
Yep.
I would do 2 business days after the first batch of $300. And then true ups, I know this is a frustrating date, but they come in anytime after residuals. So from the 15th to the 26th, 27th, around there, anytime in that span, you're going to see your true up come in if it's time for you to get that true up. So it used to be close to the 20th, and so when the 20th doesn't happen, we're like, oh no, when is it happening? Just know that it's sometime in that span after you get your residuals. So that's the last tip, is just write those dates down. Know that those are the days that you're going to get that money that you are working so hard for. And it has been a pleasure to talk to you guys today. So happy selling, and call me anytime. I'm here.
Jen, that's
Man,
awesome. And getting
Jen,
your
you
money
killed
is
it.
extremely important, isn't it? And one of the other things I would say as an aside, we have a few of you who are banking with banks that tend to not follow the ACH rules, and sometimes your deposit. So we'll put it to like, because all this stuff that it says, hey, when do you want it to show up in your account? On the 15th or on the 14th, because the 15th is on Saturday, and it won't show up till the 6th or the next Monday because that is not in our control. It's usually, if you bank with some of the big five, you're with Bank of America or Wells Fargo or Chase. I've never heard of an issue there. But if you're banking with, I'm not even going to name a bank. I'm just going to go with the small bank, middle, 2-location bank in the middle of North Dakota. For some reason, sometimes those banks they want to hold, they're making interest off your money or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just know it might take an extra day. It is coming. We are in the business of trying to make you money, because when you make money, it means we made some money. And so we're going to show you the money, because that means if you don't make money, we don't make money. It's the beauty of this business. So Jen, you've been awesome. We're going to do this again.
Yes.
I think we're going to start turning this into like a quarterly. So we're going to start collecting these
Awesome.
things and these tips and tricks, and just kind of saying, hey, and then we can. What I think is going to be great is David and our team that puts up stuff. They're going to be clip each one of these into little clips, and because that's the other thing is, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube. Go ahead and go to the PayProTec, and we put these on the stories, so you get these in like 30 and 60-second clips for those of us who can't pay attention for 15 minutes. We've got that for you. All right, as we close up office hours, Mike Stetzel, for the 22nd of January, give us some closing words, and I'll do some housekeeping after that.
Sorry, my dogs are annoying. I have a good microphone, so they're normally blurred out. But Ed Manahan at PayProTec.com for you North Dakotans listening. You can take that up with him, your small town bank. But final word, gosh, I just got done, being sick for over a week probably, and just to have a team like Jen and Jenny and all these people we work with, that's what makes us able to be successful. Even though one person is sick, we have people that are very as knowledgeable as anybody else. That's what I tell people, and so I'm just thankful for that team, and then people like Kevin even just mentioned here, as I mentioned about COVID and high five, he said, that got me through COVID. And the idea of what we did during COVID was keep everybody in place doing what they're doing and communicate to our partners. It wasn't, hey, get out there, sell, look what you can do. You can't. But we are there as friends and family to share in the pain and sadness and difficulties and
Mhm.
keep things light. So just it's another illustration of why we do what we do and why it's a good place to partner. So, feel free to let us know. Hey, I've got a friend. You might be interested. She might be interested. We'd be glad to talk to them. So anyway, just a period of thankfulness right now, and appreciate everybody being here. And Jen, absolutely, like Nate said, you killed it, man. You had some great stuff. Appreciate that, Jen.
All right. And I'll go a single shot on this just for a second. If you're watching this and it's before February 4th, that is just a little more than 2 weeks away is that right? No, February 3rd. Oh, I'm just doubting myself. The 3rd is the Wednesday, right? February 3rd. Yes, February 3rd. There's an email coming out. We are hosting a dinner Wednesday at NEAA, 8:30 p.m. at the Union Oyster House. We're going to have a dinner there. Then we have some places there people can go and join. We're going to the oldest seafood restaurant. There's the oldest active bar, and there's the oldest standing cigar bar, all within walking distance. It'll probably be cold. It's February in Boston, but we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have transportation from the Encore if you're going to be at the Encore in the NEA location, or you can just meet us there. Make sure you RSVP on the emails or email me at nate@payprotec.com or nmanahan@payprotec.com. They both come to me. And thank you so much for watching. On behalf of Mike Stetzel, Jen Sales, we are so thankful you were with us, Jen. Great job. We'll see you next week on Office Hours. We'll be back noon Eastern time next week, next Thursday. Bye, everybody.